Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Okay, so the Sun Sport broke the story about 20 minutes ago now of me recording this video that Dillian Whyte has had to withdraw from his headline event fight against Otto Wallin in 2 weeks' time, or under 2 weeks' time now, on October the 30th. So immediately when I seen that, I got on the phone, I texted Dillian to find out, is it true? Okay, I haven't had a response just yet as of me recording this video. And of course, I've messaged Dillian Whyte, his brother, and Dean is going to chase up as well. So as soon as I find out, I will put it in the comment section of this video and pin it. Okay, so keep coming back to this video if you like, and to get the official update for it. Now, let's go with the story that it's true. Okay, firstly, we don't know the extent of the injury. Could just be a minor niggle. Could be career ending. We don't know as of right now, do we? Maybe Dillian is waiting on the doctor's reports and whatever else. Now, let's just say that it's nothing too bad, but it just means that he can't train anymore and his shoulder won't be okay for October the 30th. He's had to withdraw from the fight. So should he reschedule the fight with Otto Wallin? Under normal circumstances, you'll say, well, yeah, of course. But there's a timeline here. There's a timeline of the WBC have mandated Tyson Fury to fight Dillian Whyte next. Tyson Fury cannot fight anybody else except Dillian Whyte next. Now, Tyson, of course, he's got like 2 weeks left to negotiate a fight with Alexander Usyk for undisputed. Okay, that isn't going to happen. We know that isn't going to happen. There's no point in them even talking to each other because Joshua has activated the rematch clause with Usyk. So Dillian Whyte is next. From that moment, after these 2 weeks have passed, waste of 2 weeks in my opinion, but from these 2 weeks, they then have 90 days to negotiate the fight for Fury and Dillian Whyte and get this fight over the line. So based on that timeline, there's no point in rescheduling the fight with Otto Wallin, recover from surgery, go through a training camp again, fight Otto Wallin, and then go through another training camp again and fight Tyson Fury. There's not enough time within the next 3.5 months. There just isn't. So there's literally no point. But of course, Dillian, he wants to fight. Of course he does. And yes, it was going to be a good yardstick for a lot of people. That how would Dillian get on with Otto Wallin, knowing the fight with Tyson Fury and Otto Wallin? People will gauge something from it. Now, of course, most boxing fans, most sensible boxing fans, wouldn't draw too much into it either way. If Dillian went in there and blasted him out in 2 rounds, doesn't mean he's going to go in there and blast out Tyson Fury. If he struggles with Otto Wallin but just sneaks a points win, that doesn't mean Tyson Fury is going to batter Dillian Whyte. It doesn't work that way, okay? Styles will make fights and all that kind of stuff. So for me, I would not bother with the Otto Wallin rematch. I would probably look at it, if I was Dillian, I would look at it and say, you know what, I'm going to get that fight with Tyson Fury next. One way or another, that WBC belt is going to be within my grasp. I.e., I fight Tyson, I beat Tyson. Or if Tyson says, you know what, I've had enough of this, I've done everything that I want to do in boxing now, and retires. That belt then becomes vacant. But what happens to that? Dillian won't fight for a vacant belt. Dillian will be elevated to full WBC heavyweight world champion because he's currently the interim champion. That's what interim status gives you. Okay, so in his first defense of that belt, he could fight against Otto Wallin. Maybe the WBC may elevate Tyson Fury to franchise champion. Again, the belt would become vacant. Maybe Tyson Fury says, I'm not going to be fighting for any kind of belts now. I've had enough. I earn enough money. Why am I paying sanction fees? Forget the WBC belt. Again, the belt will become vacant. Dillian will pick up the vacant belt. Defend it against Otto Wallin. If he fights Tyson Fury and pulls off the win, fight Otto Wallin next. Why not? Unless, of course, there's an option for an undisputed one after, then of course. So anyway, that is what's going on right now. That's the reports that Dillian Whyte has injured his shoulder. As I said before, as soon as Dillian texts me back, or Dean texts me as well, I'll give everybody an update to say, yes, it's true. And of course, further as well, following whatever examinations he's going to have as to how long he's going to be out. And I'll try and get a bit more information as to what his plans are for the next move as well. All right. So anyway, that's the latest update. Apparently, Dillian Whyte has injured his shoulder. Has had to withdraw from the Otto Wallin fight. But of course, there's going to be quite a few haters out there. Oh, Dillian, he doesn't want that smoke of Otto Wallin. He's seen what happened with Tyson Fury. He doesn't want to risk it. Complete rubbish. Complete rubbish. This was a huge payday for him. Huge payday. And believe me, Dillian was very, very confident of beating Otto Wallin. Very confident of it. Okay. Anyway, drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up. Subscribe. Catch you on the next video.